Look, so this idea of monk mode has drastically taken over the self-improvement space. You know, men are looking to go monk mode. And essentially what monk mode is eliminating distractions and being to yourself until you've gotten to the level of improvement that you need to get to. Now, while this may sound correct, I actually have a different take on this. I think there's a huge issue with monk mode where you're isolating yourself to the point where you become socially remedial. And you see this a lot. People go monk mode in the gym where they become these gym cells, they call them, where like all they do is go to the gym. They don't talk to anybody. They don't improve their social skills. Same with work. People, they dive into their business, and there's times for that. But I want to have a different take on monk mode, and I like to call this ghost mode. And ghost mode is essentially similar. You're focused on what you need to do, but you're also socially aware. You're also in social surroundings to where, because being social is where you get the most opportunity. Knowing people, connecting with people, being a part of a network, communicating with people, communicating with women. You start to learn women better because there's nothing worse than developing yourself to the point where you don't even understand how to deal with women. You don't understand how to actually be in a relationship. You don't understand how to talk to women, right? That's a big thing that a lot of these younger men and even older men don't understand. When you go through this monk mode period, you become socially remedial to the point where you cannot hold a conversation with somebody because you were so focused on your work. You were so focused on everything else but actually connecting with people. And you have to understand, humans are social animals. They're social creatures. You are social by default. So by you going into monk mode, right? You're not a monk. You're not living in the Tibetan mountains. You're in society for a reason. And society is there to be able to help you. People in society are what are going to drive you forward. Knowing people, knowing the right people, being with the right woman, these are things that you can still do. You can still go to social settings on occasion, once a week, once every 2 weeks, connect with people. You never know the next person that could give you a business opportunity. You never know the next woman that can elevate your life. And all it takes is conversations. And the person who's socially adept, socially adaptable, will always beat out the person who is socially remedial, but all they do is work and all they do is just focus on these things that are important, like these self-improvement things. I get it. You have these rituals, which I don't believe in. I do believe that you need to be doing everything like naturally, right? Like you shouldn't artificially do things. It's more so like if you need to wake up early, you're gonna wake up early. If you are more of a night owl, you should do your work at night and you can wake up a little bit later. There's flexibility in these things, but what the self-improvement space has done is it's provided some level of a strict prescription for men to be able to accomplish something when everyone's life is different. You're an individual person. You have different preferences. You have things that work for your body. It's the same with nutrition. The carnivore diet may work for somebody else, but it may be detrimental to you. It's not like that for everybody. You need to be trying different things for sure, but you always have to find your own routine. You have to find what works for you. And the only way that you do that is by experimenting. And what ghost mode, this term that I've talked about, I said this on TikTok and it blew up. You have to go ghost. And I used to mean it by being isolated, but what that means is you're still a part of society, you're still talking to people, but you're focused on your mission. You ever see a ghost, right? A ghost consistently is like the theory of a ghost, because maybe you don't believe in ghosts. Ghosts are still moving around you. They're still in the environment, but they're invisible to a certain extent, right? And that's kind of how you can be. Now, you should be present in the conversations that you have, but when you go places, you can still be thinking about what you need to do. You can still be strategizing. You can still be socially there and actually talk to people, but still be on your mission, still be making sure that you need to get what you need to get done. There's 24 hours in a day. You don't need all 24 hours. Okay, let's say you sleep for 8 hours, right? Or 7, let's say 8 hours for numbers purposes. Now you have 16 hours left. You're telling me you can't get everything you need to get done in 10 hours and now have 6 hours left to be able to socialize, to be able to network, to be able to talk to people. See, a lot of these guys online who are big on self-improvement, they find themselves isolated. They find themselves not really having such the biggest opportunities you'll ever get are through people. They're not through you doing cold emails all day, right? Well, maybe cold emails, but you still have to meet these people. You still have to connect with people who will then give you opportunities. How do you think you make money? Money is through people. People give you money. You're not just making money out of thin air. So you need to understand how to be socially adept. And the way you do that is by going ghost, is by going in ghost mode, which is you still doing everything that you need to do, but you're still appearing in social settings and capturing opportunities that are presented to you. This is the nuance that a lot of these younger people and even older people need to understand. You need to stop isolating yourself so much, because when you're in your head a lot, that's when you can start overanalyzing and just trying to figure out like why things aren't working and you're not getting opportunities because you're not talking to enough people. The best opportunities come from talking to people. Your business will grow by the number of conversations that you have. So you need to go ghost rather than monk mode. Monk mode is literally like you're in the Tibetan mountains and you're meditating all day. That's what a monk does. They stay away from society, and then when you introduce them to society, they become awkward and weird. And the goal is for you not to be awkward and weird. The goal is for you to be prolific in all aspects of your life. You need to have not necessarily a balance, but you need to have some level of equilibrium when it comes to all the skills that you learn. Social skills are the most important things. You can see someone who's not skilled in a specific thing, but they still make more money than you because they know more people than you. So going ghost is really, really important. You need to understand that you can be a ghost in society, someone who roams and makes connections and talks to people while still being disciplined and getting your work done. There has to be some level of equilibrium there. And so it's not until you start developing that to where you now start seeing opportunities come up and you can capture those opportunities based on the people that you know. So always focus on being a social animal. Always go places. Even if somebody says, hey, let's go here, go. Because you never know when the next opportunity is going to come up. Staying locked into your room and just being on a laptop and grinding the fake hustle culture, that's detrimental to you because now you're not socially developed enough to be able to build relationships with the people who will be able to give you opportunities. Because those people are out there. Those people are moving around. But you have to be there. See, I'm not here to build incels. I'm not here to build people who are socially awkward. I want you to be as socially adept as possible because I know that's where your biggest growth vector will be. So go ghost, right? Don't go monk mode. Be social, but also get everything that you need to get done. Have the discipline to get what you need to get done in an efficient time so that that frees up time for you to be social and be able to interact with people. Because when you're going through the hardest times in life, those people will always be there to help you. And even if they're not, you still have someone to talk to. It's important. You're a social animal. You're a social creature. You cannot isolate yourself for too long. So take this message. I know some people will say this is wrong and you need to isolate yourself and that's the only way. That's not the only way. And I say that from personal experience. I've done both. I've done monk mode and I've done this new concept that I've just coined called ghost mode. And I saw better results with ghost mode than monk mode. That's my biggest problem with monk mode is the isolation aspect of it. You can be isolated at small points of time, but at the end of the day, you also need to socialize and you need to start making friends because those same friends, and make high caliber friends, right? Go to places where people who are serious, people who are ambitious go so that you can network with those people. I'm not saying go to the club or go anywhere. Like you can skip that, but at least go to like social settings, go to places where wealthy people are and interact with them, get to know them because those are where the biggest opportunities arise. Millionaires and billionaires have told me this. Go places, go talk to people. Because those are where your opportunities are going to lie. Not behind your computer screen where you sit there in the dark all day and reflect on why things aren't working and you get upset and you start to not even understand how to drive a solid conversation because you don't talk to anybody. So take this to heart. You have to be socially jacked. Going ghost mode allows for you to be socially jacked. So if you enjoyed this, share this with a friend that's too isolated, that thinks that they need to follow this hustle culture where you're just constantly grinding. You don't talk to anybody. You don't get on the phone with anybody. You don't have conversations that could lead to potential opportunities. You need to be a social animal. And if you want to learn more about getting multidimensionally jacked, physically, financially, spiritually, socially, and all the other above, right? I always forget that mentally, right? Tap into Jacked University. We talk all about this. We help you with your social skills. We teach you how to network better. The link is in the description. I hope to see you there. It's a burgeoning community. I'm excited to build it. I'm excited to take this whole self-improvement space and twist it around and make it more realistic for you and make you a more well-rounded man. So if you like that, again, link is in the description. I'll see you there. If not, totally cool too. I'm glad that you watched this video all the way through, but I will see you on the next video.